Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 7 of Let's Platinum Lies of P. Alright, today we continue, and in order to do that, we need to go back to the Archbishop's altar. We're going to head through to the next destination. I think, I was like trying to remember, I believe I spoke to Geppetto last time about the Malum District, and yeah, he told us that the Black Rabbit Brotherhood had taken over the Malum District, so that's where we're gonna go. All right, let's head in this direction. The one thing I want to change is we're not actually going to be fighting too many puppets from now. So let's put, I guess this that reduces the weapon durability consumption. It's not that huge, but it's something. All right, off we go. This part of the game is, well, everything, it's mostly the same, but you're going to see some differences, so we're going to make some changes as we go, which is really cool. Alright, yeah, all of these like transitional areas from one area to the next all look really similar, and it's hard to remember the exact, way to go sometimes when you're thinking about the game. Like, I could not for the life of me remember one of the bosses the other day. I spent like 5 to 10 minutes trying to remember. Alright, here we go. Path of the Pilgrim. Alright, so we've got more of these carcasses lying around. I don't know if we've come across this carcass dog enemy. It's pretty strong, but you can take it out pretty easily with the salamander dagger. I mean, strong is probably not the right word to use, more like just quick. Okay, I believe... yeah. Okay, this one woke up. Sometimes there are carcasses hiding in the trees, so...
Once, Krot was just a small town on the coast of little importance. Before Elysian Boulevard was built, this place literally was all there was of Krot. But when some in the city prospered, they left the old town behind. Through isolation and neglect, Krot's first incarnation became nothing but dangerous alleys and desperate slums. On the bright side, I guess, the whole city of Krot's pretty much like that now. The old town caught up with the new. It's true what they say. A receding tide sinks all boats.
A receding tide sinks all boats. The opposite of a rising tide lifts all boats. Okay, so there's a little offshoot area. You can see that there's a stargazer right ahead. This is a little offshoot area, and we can find something here if we examine this grave. Let's have a look. A child who was a blessing to their family lies here. May he rest in peace. We find the smiling bunny mask. Let's have a look at that. A mark carved with a smiling bunny. It was left in the graveyard of the Malum District tomb slums. The smiling bunny is the well-known sign of the stalkers. It is said to serve as a sort of pass in certain areas. Yeah, that should come in handy a bit later. Child who is a blessing to their family lies here. May rest in peace. Now this, I believe, it looks pretty similar to a stargazer, but it's quite an old one. Doesn't seem to be functioning anymore. I promise to you, hand on heart, I'm not lying, as is thematic of the game. I am not sure, but I'm guessing that this may be the stargazer that you use to enter the DLC of this game. I don't know. I haven't even downloaded it yet, so I haven't even downloaded or tried it. But in my mind, it screams like use this stargazer to get to wherever the DLC takes place. And I will be doing that DLC as well, hopefully immediately after we finish the main game, so it'll just continue through towards the DLC. Alright, let's repair this stargazer. There's a little shortcut door there that we can't access at the moment. I'll have to come back. May as well use the stargazer. Okay, yes, actually, let's, no, hold off for a second. We have to go back to the Hotel Krot to talk to Pulcinella about the smiling bunny mask. Smiling bunny, what was it called? Mark, not mask. But before we do that, I want to get one more item here. So there's a carcass there, and there's also one behind that wagon. So I'm just gonna take this guy out like this. Hopefully time it right. Nice, okay, good. collect a hidden moonstone, drop down over here, watch out for these bear traps, just sneak through there. And then there's one more carcass here. I wonder if he lands on me. Oh, he does, okay. Well, I wasn't sure, and now I am. Took quite a bit of health off me too. And in this chest is a very useful acidic crystal spear blade and handle. Let's have a look at that. So it says, a spear blade made from a sharpened carcass spine crystal. Acid oozes continuously from the blade to corrode enemies. One of the strengths of humans is their interest in turning anything into a weapon, but more than anything, it is also a terrible weakness. The handle. The handle from a spear made from a sharpened carcass spine crystal. It was made with a special alloy to prevent the user from being exposed to acid. The alchemists have long amassed knowledge through their numerous experiments and research. Some of these experiments were twisted and inhumane. Alright, let's go. So we can continue further, however I will go back to the Stargazer now. You know what, it's going to take too long. Hotel Stargazer, let's just do it this way. Yeah, and I'm going to show you a little interesting trick. Now this is kind of annoying because when I was doing this in practice I was like, okay, this kind of works well, but I was actually struggling to use it properly. However, I still think it's worth it to do it, and I think it's worth to do it now. So before we talk to Portunella, let's head over here to Eugenie and talk to her.
I know my way around.
Alright, if we go to assemble weapons, well actually before we do that, let's click on alter handle. So the weapon that we're using right now is a salamander dagger blade with the salamander dagger handle. As is suggested by alter handle, you need a crank to alter a handle's capabilities, basically to improve them. So the salamander dagger handle, you can look on the right side of the screen and it says its motivity is D and it will become a C rank motivity if you use a motivity crank. Its technique is C and it will become D if you use a motivity crank, and its advance is B and it doesn't change if you use that crank. If you use the technique one, it will do the opposite of what the motivity one did, and if you use the advance one, the advance will go up to A rank. Now A rank sounds pretty good, right? It also costs one advance crank to do this. A rank sounds pretty good, but what if we were able to do something a little better? What if we assembled a new weapon by clicking into the weapon assembly menu, and we picked the salamander dagger blade +5, and then we pressed R1 and used the acidic crystal spear handle that we just picked up. Notice that the acidic crystal spear handle has a scaling of A already in advance. By the way, let me just quickly check something. Okay, yeah, it already has a scaling of A in advance. So if we put this on and then press square to weapon assemble, we should get a trophy first of all. Salamander dagger blade plus acidic crystal spear handle. Do you wish to assemble these? This item is already assembled on another weapon. Okay, and there we go. Exploring possibilities. Oh, look, the icon for that trophy is actually a salamander dagger blade with, I think, the puppet saber handle will look like. I couldn't quite tell, but I think it was that. So if we do that, and now we go to alter handle, we can actually make it into an S. It does cost 2 advance cranks, but we can make it into an S rank, which is crazy. That's very, very high. So let's go ahead and do that. And I don't know if I have enough to upgrade it one more time. No, I still need 3 more crescent moonstones, and I don't believe we're getting those for a little while. Well, anyway, there you go. So we can do that, and now our salamander dagger blade has a much longer range. So let's go out here real quick. You see, it's on that long stick, so we can poke from much further away. Pretty cool. And it also does incredible damage. Look at this. Look at the amount of damage it's doing. Obviously, this is a target that's like standing still. But yeah, the only downside is that with the original salamander dagger blade, it was much faster. Well, maybe not much faster, but this third hit of the combo, so the one that goes, that one, it sort of extends out a little bit towards the left, and it causes a lot of like clanking, which is frustrating. But I still think its strength is like ridiculous. You pretty much want this. I don't know why I'm doing this. The ability that you get to keep from the blade is Ignite, and the one that you gain from the handle is called Single Stab. Gather your strength for a big forward piercing attack. This is, you know what? Because we can refresh our Fable here, I'll show you it. It's really cool. It's got a little long charge up, but bang, look at that, straight, and it immediately throws them into stagger state. Bang. Look at that, 5k damage almost. Awesome. Alright, well there you go. There's a nice little demonstration for you. Let's talk to Pulcinella and then we can continue.
At the House of Vanini, even priceless things have a price. Every item is a treasure of distinguished quality and superior provenance.
Okay, request appraisal of collectibles. Smiling bunny mask.
Oh dear. This is the mark of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, a notorious band of stalkers. The Stalkers as a unified force ceased to be after their defeat at the Battle of the Workshop Tower. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood took over the Malum District after that. I believe you could use this mark to move safely whilst on the Black Rabbit Brotherhood's turf, to use their unsophisticated vernacular, and give you entree to the black market as well. But be careful, sir. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood is quite infamous for how they treat interlopers. If they catch you, they'll put you in the liar's coffin. Yes, I believe it is as unpleasant as it sounds. Ah, and I see we have new physical records to catalogue for the collection. Such effort deserves commensurate reward, don't you think?
Alright, excellent. And for doing that, we get a Crescent Moonstone. Cool. Alright, that's it. Let's head back. Path of the Pilgrim. Yeah, so as I was saying when I was practicing, I was having a little difficulty getting used to the new weapon, but that S ranking is just so cool to have. And I thought, you know what? I think it's worth it. It also feels like it's a little bit more worth it for the upcoming boss. It's obviously very possible to win with, well, pretty much any weapon you should be able to win. Just depends on how much you want to practice. But yeah, I like this. Alright, so let's see. Let's go poke, 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 poke. Ooh, I knocked him back with my roll. Okay, yeah, you can see that was, I didn't get hit, but it was really awkward. Okay, so there's you. Charge at me. I think there's another one that's hanging. Yeah, there you are. Come on. Saw blade. And over on this side, a Demogo fragment. Alright, this part's going to be interesting. There's a very large carcass bear enemy. Oh, okay. Take this guy out. Never know where he comes from. Yeah, a very large carcass bear enemy. He can be quite tough. So just try and avoid his attacks. Quickly ignite him. Bang, 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 bang. Alright, cool. I got very lucky. I had quite the difficult time taking him down during practice. Well, ironically the first time he wasn't so bad, but then when I changed weapons it became much tougher. Okay, let's go a bit of take a backwards trek. Chain? Have we come across a chain yet? I'm not sure. You're facing the wrong way, so you didn't see me. Fire canister. Okay, we did it. Let's check those two things. So we got chain we have seen before, and fire canister we have seen before. Okay, cool. Just making sure. I'm very proud of myself to have not died again in a long time, so I know, don't jinx it, but I've already said it a few times, so we should be fine. Alright, we've got a butterfly coming up. I believe... How did I do it? I think the butterfly spawns there, so I'm going to try and stick to the right. Get rid of you. Stick to the right, go all the way around. Take you out. Legion magazine. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get a Dark Moon Moonstone of the Covenant. Okay, cool. Any other... Yeah, I was like, I think there's one more carcass in here. When I was playing the game for the first time, I was trying to come up with names for the different enemies and stuff. I thought calling these guys like Corrupted was probably like, was where my head went. And then when I found out it was like carcasses, I was like, okay, carcasses, fine. Tomb Slum's entrance. Okay. Now that guy up there I think is a little stronger than normal. So what we'll do is get rid of you. And then I'm going to ignite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Careful, careful, careful. Wait, wait. Flamberge, flamberge. Let's go. Ah, man. Oh, crap. Burn. How have you not got reignited? There we go. Alright, did it. This is going much better. Okay, let's run around. Got a few different areas that we can explore. Attribute resistance sample. We can't go back there just yet. We can, but it's on the way. Demergo fragment. Random tree there. Always break the boxes. Okay, yeah, you. So let's take care of you. And you. I like the R2 attack as well, it's really good. Carefully collect this item, do not fall down, and let's read it. This is a collectible. Wanted, Black Rabbit Brotherhood. A criminal group of 4 stalkers, charged with theft, assault, tampering with bodies, and other serious crimes. Their base is the Malum District, so be extremely careful when entering it. And there they are on the right. I closed it already, but yeah. You can see them all on the right. Bang, bang. Okay, that wasn't actually too bad. Let's try that again, hang on. 1, 2, gets ignited, and then... I'm so fancy, you already know. Alright, let's take you out. And bang, bang. Alright, hop down into this hole. Collect this, it's a fire abrasive, and let's read this. There is even treasure to be found in a collapsing shack. Find out what happened to the greedy couple. Weird note. Okay, open this. Not for a shortcut, but essentially to allow us to escape. Now, let me see. Do I use this first? I think so, yeah, because we've pretty much gathered everything. Alright, let's use this first. Lift the lever. Now there's a little sort of secret here that you can take, but ignore it for now. We'll go up to the very top first. And when we get up here, we can collect this item, which says Scribbles of Slum Resident. Everything changed after the doctor spread the blue medicine. I buried my brother. I don't even know it was my brother. I don't know if that's written right. I'm guessing maybe they were supposed to put an if there. I don't even know if it was my brother. I feel like I don't even know it was my brother is not really a grammatically correct sentence. Who is the doctor? Whose blue hair is it in his cane? Even knowing what I know about the plot, I'm not entirely sure exactly what that one's referring to. I guess I can talk a little bit more about... hang on a sec. Yeah, let's use a Stargazer. That's okay. It's good to refresh your pulse cells back up to 6, and, well, if you've got 6, that is. And also good to take out the enemies again, because we're going to fight a bit of a stronger one, and I want to be ready. I guess one thing I can talk about is, and I probably should have mentioned it in a previous episode, but the way these carcasses work is essentially they were humans who had the petrification disease, and then that Dr. Cure-All, whose name I've forgotten, I can find it in the collectibles. I'm sure it was in here. Dr. Curel, Dr. Curel. Clark Shaw. And then Clark... Wait, did I see something? Oh, I'm slightly heavy at the moment. Why? Oh, because the weapon changed. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be okay with that, I think. I don't think it's too big of a deal. Anyway, yeah. Clark Shaw tried to heal them with his medicine, and doing so caused them to turn into carcasses, or at least caused some of them to turn into carcasses, which is why there are carcasses, basically. And then obviously the scribbles there relate to more of the story because it was the blue medicine. But then the cane with the blue hair, that one, yeah. I mean, I have a theory, or I think I know who it is. I have to I kept telling myself, rewatch that damn video again. It's like 3 hours long, but rewatch it again because that way you can remember. But I still haven't done it. Okay, so we're gonna fight a pretty strong enemy here. So just sharpen your weapon, get ready with ignite, run in, and then take this guy out as quickly as possible. Come on. Ah, did press it, but it didn't go off. Come on, jump. Crap. Mistiming sucks. Okay, got lucky there. Okay, got lucky there. Got lucky there again. Okay, it's over. Yay! The Slum Shack Key. A key obtained from the Tomb Slums in Malum District. It opens the shack in the Tomb Slums. The Tomb Slum residents are infamous for being pickpockets and petty thieves. This shack might hold the treasures they have hidden away. So I think this relates to the message that we just saw about the greedy couple. And you can access the slum by opening this door right here. And inside, we actually find what appears to be a male carcass and a female carcass. So I'm guessing these are the thieves. They stole the Belford Superior Corrosion Resistance Converter. Okay. That would have been very useful for them. Well, I guess since we're slightly heavy anyway, we may as well just equip this. Essentially just better than the version that we originally had. Let's see. An appendage made to order from the Belford Superior Workshop, well designed for small-scale orders. It boasts high performance. Cool. Okay, is there anything up here that we can collect? Okay, one thing you'll notice is there's a shortcut up there, and there is an item here as well. We cannot explore this area any further until much later in the game. You also notice there's a treasure chest there and a door here that we can't open. So we'll have to come back much later. It's kind of one of those things where, like I was talking about in a previous episode, where I wish they made the level design just a little bit more complicated, and that's kind of like, I think, one of their first forays into doing that. Even though it's only, yeah, very slightly complicated. Come back later. Oh, good. How the hell? Oh my god, he's a god. And then he gets smashed. Okay. Carcass body. We have found that surely, right? No, it's the first time. Okay. A bottle of carcass bodily fluid that can be thrown inflicts acid damage at the area of impact. After the puppet frenzy, people began to fashion weapons of resistance in their desperation. Many throwable weapons were manufactured, and these exhibited excellent results against their marching enemies. Huh. Oh, so yeah, okay, because you can decay against the puppets. Decay works like relatively well against the puppets, as does electric blitz. Technically, shock is something else. Oh, okay. Kill and poke. Collect. This was Hobbler's Bridge, I think it's it. Okay, drop down, collect. Whee! Run across here. Reminds me of like a little section in Neo. Oh, Damn, almost fell. I was going to be so mad if I fell there. I was like, no, I'm doing so well, and I died to stupid gravity. Gravity. Okay, so if you look up there and listen, we see one of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood.
I test 1 2 1 2. We have a schedule update for the intruder. It's time.
Okay, let's fight this massive hulking beast. Come on, come on. Oh, where am I? Holy crap! I think the burn was just destroying him. Okay, we've got a shot put, hidden moonstone, and a star fragment. Did we find a shot put? No, first shot put. It's a motivity scaling weapon. A shot put that can be thrown. An enemy who is hit by it will receive significant strike damage. Can make anyone staggered. Some throwable weapons boast great destructive power on their own. When combined with the strength of puppets, nothing more needs to be said. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so it's what was it? Motivity based. I guess that makes sense. Motivity, movement. Okay, I think there's another communication here. Hang on, let's read this one. Sweepers Branch Office Newspaper Archives. Target info, target name unknown, affiliation Sweepers, code name Cat. Joined the group as an apprentice stalker, but is inactive in the group. Has been reported multiple times for ignoring ranks and neglecting duty. Caught being in contact for the past year with The Fox, a bastard stalker. Under investigation for leaking inside secrets, but has not responded yet. Extra info, Fox, target name unknown, affiliation The Bastards, code name Fox. Let me just check something. Yeah, so the cat, who we actually met before, as well as the Fox, was part of the Sweepers, and the Fox was part of the Bastards, so they were on opposing sides, if you remember that. As it is with the Bastards, she is assumed to have been ousted from noble succession. The interesting thing is, she claims that a cat is a bastard of the family, so in other words, her lost sibling. I think because bastard is not capitalized there, isn't it? Bastard means like that when a child is born out of wedlock. I think that's what that means. And then yeah, it adds her lost sibling there at the end. If the information above is reliable, the cat is possibly a spy from the Bastards. It's an unofficial interrogation, so there are no restrictions to the methods available. Hang on. If the information above is reliable, the cat is possibly a spy. Interesting. Okay.
Now, here's a safety reminder for all the malcontents of the Malum District. A nasty puppet has invaded our territory. Be careful.
Alright, so the Black Rabbit Brotherhood knows that we're here, and they don't want us here. They're trying to turn the people of the Malum District against us. Alright, in this tower, if we climb up that ladder, we can run across this beam to collect a special resistance ampoule, and now we do one of the most famous parts of many of these games, rolling down the tower. Go across here first, collect the Demogo fragment, drop down here, make sure I don't fall, roll. I always like to make it as symmetrical as possible when I'm falling. Is it this one? No, not this one. There's one that's like a little awkward. I think it's the next one. Yeah. This one here, I would say sort of like roll towards the wall in a straightforward direction, so you can land there, and then land at the bottom. Nice, safe. Okay, read this. Welcome to the territory of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Remember, anyone who fails to pay the protection fee on time is headed straight for the coffin. Straight for the chokey. Another carcass there. Okay, made it to the next Stargazer with 2 pulse cells to spare. That's nice. Oh, look, they're back. Let's talk to them. I'll just use the Stargazer here as well. Alright, let's talk to the fox and the cat.
Oh, I saw you go into the factory. But you're here. So, wait. You came out of the factory? That's a new one.
I thought you would have been burnt to a crisp. But look at you, all intact.
Brother, being too frank is rude. We should praise him. for being stronger than he looks. Why not join forces? Play our cards right, and we could defeat the villains who rule this area.
They're the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. The baddies who torment the residents around here.
We heard their hideout is stuffed with treasure. And it's a good time to liberate this place as well. Pretty sweet deal, don't you think?
All you have to do is create a distraction. That's it. The rest we can handle.
So, you gonna do it?
I don't think this choice actually matters overall, but yeah, let's accept the offer.
Smart choice. Look at our smart friend, Gato.
We're no slouches in the fisticuffs department in a pinch. You lead. We'll bring up the rear and watch for hidden threats.
I love the fact that he's a cat, and the fox called him Gato with, well, 2 T's, but Gato is like Spanish and Portuguese and probably a few other languages for cat. And it's also the name of the robot that I mentioned earlier in the playthrough from Chrono Trigger, the early part of Chrono Trigger. Okay, do you guys say anything different?
I like it. Let's fight on. I like it.
Nope. Okay, that's it. Alright, let's keep going in that case.
Not bad, eh? I wouldn't eat dumbass.
I can hear you. I think you can defeat this guy. Usually you can, but yeah. That could be another Resident Evil reference, now that I think about it. I feel like there are some zombies that attack the, attack the gates or bar cells like that, or hold onto them. I don't know, I'm remembering something, but might not necessarily be that. Okay, defeat you. Another Vivid Ergo fragment, finding quite a lot of those. Make sure to climb this ladder first and get this item. Ooh, another one. Okay, that's actually really good because I believe we're on 3 now, right? Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have enough to level the Salamander Dagger. I think we may be able to do one more soon. Okay, here we go. Now this female one has a lot of health. One thing to be aware of is how many of your attacks will cause them to stagger. Like not enter the staggerable state, but to stagger, like I've mentioned a few times already. There we go. It seems to be like the 4th attack. Oh gosh. Okay, gone. Star fragment. Nice. Destroy this barrel. Collect the cluster grenade. I don't know if we've found that one yet. Nope. Okay, all these new ones. Alright, this one seems to scale equally with motivity and technique. A cluster hand grenade that can be thrown. It inflicts continuous strike damage on anyone near the impact. And the rest is the same. Okay, cool. Continuous strike damage. Interesting. Alright, instead of going up, let's go through this door first. Collect this item here. You'll notice that there's another door there, but we can't open it. If we go around first, we can collect this, and then we can fall down here to find a secret passage. Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, you guys still following? Careful, careful, careful. Take this. Any others? No, I think we're good now. Open this. Making good progress. If we make it to the boss, I'm actually going to be very surprised. Kind of want to leave it for next episode, but yeah. Okay, this one is... a cartridge developed by ARC, the Ironworks company. It has an increased proportion of additives and improved performance with its large capacity design. Alright, well, again, I will change my weight range later. Slightly heavy, surprisingly, seems to be working for me. So I'll keep it going. Have a taste of I should have learned how to pronounce that. Blues, the greatest wine in the world. The La Blues winery has a long history. Vintage wine, starting alongside the revival of Krat. Its rosy colour, known as the ruby of heaven, its delicately matured scent and taste, its wonderful aftertaste. Even the legendary stalker enjoys La Blues. Taste the best wine chosen by the one who stood at the pinnacle. Let's do it at the pinnacle. I actually don't know if that has any reference to anything, but yeah. Whoa, this one is a completely like skull and bones. Interesting. Alright, well we made it through that area. Let's keep going. Okay, if we continue forward.
Whoa, hold up. It's been a while since I worked like that. I got aches, you know? And I wouldn't want to cramp your style. I'll take a breather here, then catch up later.
I got aches, I wouldn't want to cramp your style. Alright, I guess they're gonna leave us. Alright, now this part of the game is actually kind of annoying. I wonder if I can... I better not. I was gonna try throwing a thermite there, but I don't think I can make it over the wall. Instead... Alright, yeah, so this part is quite tricky. Let's see if we can pull it off, because we've got a big enemy to fight here.
Here's a news bulletin. This just in. The intruder turned out to be Geppetto's puppet. This month's protection fee will be waived for anyone who hunts it down. What a deal! Now I'm here. Run, you idiots!
Alright, defeated that one, which is good. Now I've got to defeat this one. This one's a little tricky. I wonder if I can avoid him for just a sec. I could obviously use a Fable Catalyst, but I just want to see if I can sneak over. There's no way he's not going to hear that. Oh. Damn it. Did he see me? Oh, he didn't see me. Okay, fantastic. Radiant Ergo Fragment. Just let him wander around for a bit. Oh, I don't think he saw me. I'm trying not to sprint so that way I don't give my location away. I'd rather try and defeat like the vast majority of the other enemies in this area first before going for that big guy, because he can be just a little awkward to fight. One of the things about the way they design this is that, let's see, hang on, yeah, is that sometimes you'll fight enemies that you won't fight pretty much ever again. So they're kind of like just one-time enemies, and because of that, it makes them a lot harder to deal with, because obviously you got to work out like how they function. So in order to take advantage, or in order to get the best chance to win, I'm gonna try and clear everything out. All right, so far so good. Okay, there's another of the Riddler of the King of Riddles' phone. There's another phone here that will give us another riddle, but for now I'm going to avoid it. Shot put. Okay, let's just thermite here. Hang on, I want to try and avoid this. Okay, good. Come on, come on, come on. Excellent, okay. Grab this one here, and I think we're safe now to take it out. I don't think there are any other throwers in the area, and I've got my ignite, so let's see if I can get this. Huh? Nope. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Heal. Ah! 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh yeah, watch out for this one. Ah. Quickly. Please die. Okay. Whew, boy. Alright. The Patience Amulet. Oh, also this is in the shape of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Actually, I think I literally just noticed that now. Which is pretty cool. Oh no, he almost did me. Alright, let me heal. We get the Patience Amulet. The Patience Amulet, I believe, increases the rate at which your stamina recovers. And we also got a quartz there. Let's have a look. An amulet... keeping their springs in order and maintaining composure are meaningful skills for puppets. Even puppet designers still don't understand some of the principles behind how ergo puppets operate. Or ergo. Speaking of ergo, while I collect these next things, I'll talk about something that I didn't realize until after I'd made the episode, but is so cool. Earlier, in two previous episodes, I was talking about how the reference here in, where is it? Panini's Guide? Yeah, no, not that one, sorry. This one. The reference at the end of here, Manager of Factory 1 Nikola, and also the reference made here in Descartes' note were references to Nikola Tesla and René Descartes. Now, Nikola Tesla, he's a relatively well-known name, and I think like a lot of pop culture stuff has explored his, if I remember correctly, it's like everyone hates Edison now because supposedly the history is actually that Edison stole Tesla's designs and information and all that kind of stuff, and so he ended up taking credit for what Tesla actually did. But the more interesting one is René Descartes. René Descartes was a mathematician philosopher who lived in the, I believe it was the late 17th century, and then died early in the 18th century to pneumonia, I think. And he's best known for his quote, "I think, therefore I am," which is already cool in and of itself. I'll read this bone-cutting saw blade and handle in a moment. But the thing that gives me more pause to sort of say, no, it is 100% a reference, is because... hang on, let me grab this real quick. Don't fall on the trap. Just missed it. Oh, gotcha. The thing that gives me more pause to say it is definitely a reference is it just so happens that in Latin, I think therefore I am is cogita ergo sum. Ergo, literally ergo. So, and what's cool is like if you have a bit of knowledge of languages, you can kind of work it out. So the way I worked it out was cogita to me sounds like cogitate, right? To think. And so it's like the first part is I think. Cogita, I think. Not just cogita, or you add the A or the O at the end. Yeah, well, I guess it would be cogito, sorry, because he's a man, so the masculine version of the word. Now, ergo, we've heard in a lot in popular culture. This, ergo, that. Right, so therefore, and then I am sum. I'll go back to that phone in a while. Just want to finish explaining what I'm explaining. Sum would be, like in Portuguese, for example, if we were to say we are, we would say somos. And somos is kind of like an extended version of sum. It's like you add that little bit in to, I think it's spelled differently, but you add a little bit to the end. And then so sum would be I am. Like it would be the singular version of that. So yeah, I think that's really cool. Cogito ergo sum. So yeah, they were definitely thinking of it. I think also Descartes' like sort of philosophies and his thoughts and all that were related to, what was it? Mind and body dualism, I think is what I read. So, and that relates heavily to what's going on here with the puppets and what it means to be a human and all these sorts of things. So fantastic. All right, let's pick up the receiver.
Another fine day in the city of Krat, but I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? I hope my return isn't too unexpected. It seems that our fates may be interconnected. Now, do pay attention. You won't want to miss when the king of all riddles says, "Riddle me this." I stand tall and proud when I'm young and bold, but I'm short and humble once I've gotten old. What am I?
Okay, a boa constrictor who's finished digesting, or a candle? Yes, it's a candle. Pick a candle.
That's right. Did you cheat? Are you cheating? Better not be cheating. You're irritatingly good at this. Or am I? Oh, impossible. I am the king of riddles, and you are just, well, you. No offense. You're either very lucky, improbably bright, or more likely, you're cheating. But I would never level such an accusation in a
Alright, the Urgo is whispering, and we receive the second Trinity key. A key obtained from the King of Riddles' quiz. This key probably unlocks something. The Sacred Triangle was some organization's secret mark. Rumor has it that this organization was Krat's true master. I didn't understand that last bit about him. What was he saying? Something about like him being the candle, but you're not violent or something like that. I wasn't 100% sure what he was trying to get at. He was being like very, very obtuse with how he was speaking. Okay, let's go to the right here. Making really good progress. Ah! Let me say something. Okay, he was just kind of like hanging off that ledge, I assume. Or he was just like up and... No, he had to be hanging off the ledge because players would eventually look up there. It'd be weird to see him just like fall down. And poke, poke, dodge, dodge. That dog, yeah, I was like gonna say that dog is gonna jump at me, and I tried to avoid it but couldn't get there in time. Alright, we have 2 more pulse cells, which is... Okay, that's interesting that I'm allowed to... What? Okay, well that's mean. Okay, that's fine. I only have 1 pulse cell to do what I need to do to get through this last bit. It's not impossible, but it can be a little tricky. Okay, let me collect this item over here first. Demogo fragment. Alright, now I believe we meet another member of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood here.
It's funny seeing them all flustered. Oh, the idiots actually.
Interesting. Yeah, okay, you come over here. 2, 3. I didn't even realize if I took damage from that bear trap. I forgot it was there. I was so focused on listening to the yeah, I don't know why that, well, okay, yes, there is the 4th Crescent Moonstone, okay. I love the way they designed this. So perfect, they give you just enough to get you to receive another upgrade before the next boss, which is arguably the most difficult boss that we're gonna fight. Or at least it's the most difficult that I have. Oh, I didn't actually point, oh, you can investigate it? Red Lobster Inn. Taste the essence of traditional dishes from Krat. Okay, I actually hadn't investigated that before. And I didn't point it out when we... Ooh, no, don't notice me. No. Look away, look away. Got a very powerful, frustrating enemy to defeat. Really? All the way out here? Come on, I know how these games work. You can't go that far. Get back in there. Although, you know what? You know what? Come here. Dodge. Okay, that's fine. 1, 2. Block, 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 block. Please attack. Okay, good. And let me heal. Okay, we're alright, we're alright. Alright, that makes everything easy. Because there's only some, like, weak enemies in here. Let me see. So one good thing to do is when you have when you need to recharge your pulse cell, try and take advantage of rear fatal attacks when you can, because that final hit does so much and gives like a huge boost back to you. So yeah, very, very important to remember that. Resplendent Ergo Fragment. How are we doing on those, by the way? Let's take a quick look. We've got Dim, Vivid, Radiant, Resplendent, Dim, Ergo Chunk, Radiant, Ergo Chunk. I heard you, but I didn't get out of the menu quick enough. So I think the best one we have so far is the Radiant Ergo Chunk, yeah, which gives 2,000. Even that Resplendent only gives 700. Alright, well, we're doing well. Special Purification. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the boss for the next episode. We'll see here. Radiant Ergo Fragment. Monad Charity House Guide. Let's read that. Welcome to the Monad Charity House. The Monad Charity House is also known by its nickname, the Rose Estate. Originally, we were a charity organization for poor children, but today, with the Monad families of sponsorship, we've become a boarding school with high-quality welfare and education curriculum. Children can get stalker, workshop technician, and alchemist education according to their aptitude and career path. To this day, about 200 graduates are from the Monad Charity House and are actively working in different fields in Krat. For more details and sponsorship, please contact the Charity House manager. You look like a donkey in this picture. Stop doodling on my picture, Romeo. Alright, we'll learn more about that later. Yeah, let's open the shortcut, just on the off chance that something... No, I don't think anything can go wrong at this point. Before we go there, let's heal. Wow, I made it back with full health. Nice. I had just enough pulse cells. Before we do anything, let's open this, and then we'll talk to this gentleman here. Another Legion caliber. We can upgrade our flamberge one more time. All right, let's talk to this guy.
I thought there were no more survivors, but you're new. I do love a bit of commerce, but the bosses are really strict about who I'm allowed to sell to. Are you with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood?
Alright, let's show him the Black Rabbit Brotherhood mark.
I can't tell what's real and what's fake, to be honest. My job is selling stuff, not detecting forgeries. If it's fake, you'll be the one to get punished, not me.
Alright, and we can purchase from him. He's got a bunch of stuff. Let's grab the only thing, the things that we can only get here. So, namely the bramble curved sword blade and handle, which I forgot to read the other weapon, but I'll read it now after I get this one. We can get the arc shock cartridge, so it enhances the resistance to shock. And we can also get the someday record. Beautiful. Alright, we lost a lot of ergo there, but that's okay. We don't need to sell anything to him. Talk to him one more time. Hang on, wait until that. So someday. Okay, anything else?
Bosses work hard too, you know. Enjoy the black market collection.
So something important to note, I actually got kind of unlucky during my most recent playthrough. I forgot to collect the Black Rabbit Hood, the mark, and request and appraise it with Pulcinella before I got here. And if you do that, you have to bribe him with a dim ergo fragment, a vivid ergo fragment, or a radiant ergo fragment, or perhaps it's dim, vivid, and resplendent. I can't remember. You have to bribe him. I think I gave him the best one, and he allowed me to purchase like normally anyway. But yeah, that is something that you want to be aware of. As long as you get that, you'll be fine. I don't think it makes a difference in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, it's there. Let's go ahead and use this. So yeah, I don't want to fight the boss today, even though I can't believe I made it all the way here. Let's up my capacity once, and also, hang on. Yeah, still a little bit to go before I can level again. So up my capacity once. Now I'm gonna change, maybe put this on? Oh, that's actually heavier. Okay. Well, I mean, the only other thing I can do is switch one of these back and one of these back, but I kind of don't want to do that. Okay, well maybe I'll keep upping that. Let's go, let me just see what I have to read the weapons. So, this one. A saw blade made by modifying a labourer puppet's equipment. It is so bulky that it doesn't see much use, and is coated in rust. Their malicious blades were as jagged as a shark's teeth. The aspirations of stalkers to cleave puppets' bones came true along with their notoriety. Cleave puppets' bones? Puppets don't have bones. A handle that stalkers like to use when they are assembling weapons. It is heavy and sturdy, so it can balance large blades. I don't know when I awoke. The sights I have seen overlap. They repeat. Was that puppet a dream? Notes from a stalker's last counselling session before going mad. The mad donkey? This was the weapon he was using against us. Interesting. And the other one was... this one. A curved sword smuggled in from outside the city. Because the centre of balance is near the point, it can bring great force to bear when swung. The bramble curved sword is a weapon more precious to the warriors of the wilderness than their own lives. In Krat, however, it is nothing more than a unique import from the aristocrats. A curved sword handle smuggled in from outside the city. It is made of wild brambles and wrapped in blood-stained string. The warriors of the wilderness did not remove the bramble curved sword's thorns. They say that the moment the bramble curved sword's thorns pierce the warrior's hands and absorb the blood, the curved sword and the warrior shall share one soul. Interesting. I wonder if that has like a secondary effect that we don't know about. Okay, before... yeah, let's go to the... We'll go back to Hotel Krat. I don't think we need to do anything other than upgrade the weapon, but we could also upgrade the flamberge. It's a tricky one. Very, very tricky. Yeah, okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. Okay, let's start by upgrading our salamander blade.
I know my way
with Eugenie. So we've got all 4 now. Boom. +6, very powerful. Let's do my little trick here. Yeah, cool. And then now this is the tricky part. So we can modify and we can get strength combustion here, enhances fire after a certain time upon a continuous fire attack. It's hard to tell, but basically let me see. Yeah, like his hand where the fire emanates turns a little bit, like the flame turns to blue. There we go, you can see it and it's way more powerful. However, the puppet string is actually the one that we want to use against this next boss. I haven't actually tried doing this for like in my practice, but trace could be useful. Press and hold to track. Man, I really want to try it. Alright, you know what? I'll try it because I don't really need the flamberge right now, and I won't need it for a while. So when I get the next Legion caliber, I'll do it. It will mean that I'm 1 short later, but that's okay. And also switch. Switch. Puppet string. Alright, cool. It's not mandatory, but it'd be cool to try it. Alright, and I guess technically I could end now, or I could listen to the Someday record, which I actually quite like. Is there anything else I needed to read? I don't think so. There is a quartz I could use. Alright, you know what? Instead of listening to Someday, we're gonna use the quartz. And there is kind of a particular reason. I'll try and explain. Yeah, I could probably explain it next time. So let's just jump in here. I don't even know what I'm gonna get. It's only like 1 minor upgrade. Okay, enhances the pulse cell recovery. Yeah, let's just do that. And what do I want? Oh, you can actually get, yeah, increases number of pulse cells. I definitely get this. It's that'll take us to 7, and having 7 for the fight that we're gonna for the boss fight that we're gonna do next time is very useful. It might be the difference between winning and losing. Alright, cool. I guess I'll just head back to the Malum District and we'll end the episode, and next time we'll head over to the boss, and that'll be the beginning of the next episode. Holy crap, I can't believe I made it all the way here in 1 episode. It's crazy how fast we got. I was like pretty sure, I was like, okay, definitely 20 episodes will do it, but I mean, we're on episode 7. We're about to fight boss 5. There's 13 bosses. I don't know. Yeah, 20 seems to be about accurate, but it might even be a bit faster. One thing you can do here is you can wait and you can just like bypass this enemy, which is pretty cool. Alright, cool. Let's go over here, get this last little scene, and then I'll stop.
Looking good. Who'd have thought we'd make it this far? You've got all kinds of skills. Hey, everything went smooth as silk. And you know me, I don't impress easy.
Sure, but I gotta ask, you really gonna take on the Black Rabbit Brotherhood by yourself?
Alright, well, they don't think that I can do it, and obviously we're going to take on the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. It's what this whole thing's been leading to, but I think I can do it, and I really hope I win on the first turn. It would be so awesome. Alright, but we'll leave things like that, and we'll try next time. For now, I want to thank you all for watching episode 7 of Less Platinum Lies of P. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.